going to update because YouTube will record it. I hope.
It says recording.
There we are. We're live on Happy Thank a TERF Day for 2025. No my, Heidi my. Correct, Landy, ho. Call TERF. Call big fucking TERF. Modi order.
Hello.
Thank you, all you watchers. Hey, Stoney. I'm here with my mate Stone. My bitch in the ditch. I'm the wench in the trench. And hello, all you watchers. I can't see your names. I've only just worked out how to do this. Happy. Oh, hi, Karen. And we're here to just thank, not just thank, we are here to thank the women, always the women and the men who have held the line another year. And finally, it looks like the edifice is crumbling.
Yes.
Morning, Katrina. Oh, look at that. We've got some TERF royalty in the house. We've got Landy, co-founder, and Rangatira ki Manawa Hene Kōrero, and also Tuakana, my big sister. We've got Katrina Biggs, a bold woman who will never genuflect. So lucky us. And we're waving a TERF all right. So the biggest thank you, and they'll probably get mentioned further on and everything, but April 16th, 2025, Susan Smith, Marion Calder, Trina Budge, and the women of 4 Women Scotland. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm feeling a bit tearful. But that UK Supreme Court clarifying that a woman is not a fucking man with a piece of paper, a fetish and or a weeping hole in full meat suit cosplay or not. A woman is an adult human female. And we thank you from the bottom of our turfy little hearts. Because battle has well and truly been joined. Battle has well and truly been joined now.
It's in the consciousness now. It's not just in the subconsciousness. It's out there in there. People are talking about it. It's been an absolute game changer. You know, yes. Here it's pretty bad. So we need to hear things like this. We need to hear a change.
Absolutely. Sadly for you, against your political backdrop, you know, you turkeys have just voted for Christmas again. Sadly. But, you know, we did it. We gave Cindy Hard on a second term. But morning, everybody. And our biggest thanks, or first thanks, go out to 4 Women Scotland, Sex Matters, Maya, Helen, Kathleen, all the women, you know, Helen Joyce and Kathleen Stock and all the others in these organisations, J.K. Rowling, you know, the A-Team. If you haven't seen it already, go to there's a YouTube called The State Media, and they've got a little sketch called the AGP Team, which is the opening credits of the A-Team. Remember that, you know, and that's where JK got the whole, I'm channeling Andrew Tate now, you know.
Yes.
Okay, but the A-Team, they do the AGP Team, and it's fucking hilarious. You'll love it. And yes, Rosie Duffield, but she just, bless her, she's got other views. And kia ora to you too, Anang, and all the women, mainly women, but a couple of men. Mr. Menno, you hold the line, and you always will, and you will always be my number one go-to man in this fight.
Hey, give you a shout out too, Rex.
Oh, bless them. But you know, Menno's the only one, really and truly. But all the women, J.K. Rowling, you know, on high, down low, in the middle. The people who wrote letters, the women, not the pregnant people. You know, we've got some heroes here in New Zealand. You know, we've got Deb Hayes, a midwife who just went, fuck no. You and your nice, cozy little ideology, Georgie Parker, you sorry, I won't say that, you traitorous woman. Traitor to women and babies. Deb Hayes said, no, we can't erase the words woman and baby from the midwife scope of practice. We've got Christine Massoff. Over in Australia, you've got Sal Grover and
Yep, she's
all
working
the
hard.
Kevin. Yes,
Carolee
and
Smith. Yep.
Jasmine
Jasmine
Sussex.
Sussex, those guys, those three there, they're all going through different legal challenges right now. So they're not only, top TERFs, but they're holding, like Nancy there says, hold the line, they're holding the line. And as you say, Rex, they're not surrendering, they never surrender. So, just with their little things huge things that they got going over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jasmine, Carolee, and Sal, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, but we are deeply fucked here in New Zealand. But we have Casey Costello, who recently said, "Stop saying pregnant people and gestational carriers and all the other demeaning, dehumanizing words. Just because your dick gets hard and when you go to the women's toilet doesn't mean you're a woman. Okay, your fetish is not a human right." And to all the women, I did. Oh yeah, thank you, and all these women coming up in the comments. This is my first live stream with a guest, but it's Thank a TERF Day. It has been a seismic shift. Thank you to the 4 Women Scotland team, and it has, it's like a pond where you drop a stone in. Well, we've had stones and they've, dropped in, but now there's been a massive boulder that is changing the shape. Yes, the Standerland question, Kelly J. Keane. I know. Who was the woman who got pie in the face and then sung her song? She stood there because some tranny went and covered her in shaving cream or some shit, the wanker.
She was
And
an American. She was an
America,
American girl. Yep, she was
Kelly
an
J.
American
Keane, do you
girl.
remember her? She
Yep,
was
I
great.
do.
Yeah, we've had some wins.
That
And
was
it's
the
time.
Women of the Uterus, wasn't it?
Yep, the woman of the uterus.
That's what she
And
sang. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, love, but
no, neither. And I still will always love and bless Amy Souza for that body check of the year a couple of years ago. Ba-boom! She just went smack. And the tranny went, "Oh, I can't throw something at this woman," because Amy Souza stood up and stopped him. Things like
yep.
that, these acts, personal courage, writing a letter to your council. That doesn't sound very exciting, but Katrina Biggs has been doing it for like 5 or 6 years now, Katrina.
Yep, the letter writers, mate. The letter writers are just gems.
Yep,
The gems in
nevertheless,
this movement.
she persisted. Women who write the songs. Suffragette with a 5. Is it Suffragette Sister
Yes.
on Twitter? She's doing some wonderful satire because it seems we've been, with that, one of the ripples is being able to say, "You're a man."
Yeah,
No
her
more
comics,
lies.
her pictures are the bomb, aren't they? They're so good.
Yep.
They're so good.
Time for
So good.
satire. Satire was nearly dead. It was on life support.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle got fucking had an attempted stabbing. Far out. Things like that.
TERF rocks. TERF rocks.
Yeah,
For her little hate crime rocks. Her little hate crime
yeah,
rocks that
yeah.
she puts out there.
Little thought crimes. We're thought crimes and hate facts. I think I wrote about that, and that's what. Taking vitamin C doesn't make you an orange. Somebody said one of those fucking pool players, or the 2 pool players. That was another peaking. I don't want to thank them, but I want to thank the women who didn't play. Who didn't make it.
Yep.
Simply, it wasn't your day. Oh, gee, the Y chromosome. We wonder why. So I want to thank them, the women who didn't make it, because that was another peaking. But fuck, we've got the Olympics from, the Fag Olympics from last year. Holy hell. And I'm
That's
not
great.
going to go through a big exhaustive list. I'm sort of a bit like the blurb at the front of a book. Manawahine Kōrero are going to do their live later tonight,
Yes.
our time, and Landy and Sarah Henderson. Just 2 of them, but the others, Karen and Karina and
That's
Mrs.
7 o'clock,
Ward,
isn't
all
it?
these
7
other
o'clock.
two. It's 7 o'clock tonight, and they'll have a much more comprehensive list. All the little true grassroots organisations that now are forced to be reckoned with, like SheOne.org and BoysVersusWomen.com, these online resources. 8, 9, 10 years ago, there was just TERFisaslur.com.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah,
And
big thanks. big thanks to Redux too. I mean, we always call out Redux and give them a shout
Always
out.
do that.
But
Oh,
you know, they are
Genevieve
an
Black.
absolute.
Stephanie Aries Davies was transgender trend. Jennifer Belek,
Yes.
one of my personal heroes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Di, we'll do that and then can transfer it over. Annie O'Brien here, but here's a name from New Zealand's past TERF royalty is Renee Gerlich. Whatever you think of her, I don't give a fuck. But Renee Gerlich, thank you very much for alerting us to the clear and present danger 12, 12 years ago. Yeah, I know, I've worked it out. I am a tech Luddite, an absolute Luddite. So it's there's the big thing. Riley Gaines, thank you. The swimming fridge, old fucking Will Thomas. The West Virginia shot put girls. I'm not doing a big thing, but they struck me. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women who've missed out, thousands in sports. A few that did, have caught my eye is Lynn Pinches, who walked away with grace and a handshake. She just said no to all that prize money and everything. She just walked away. No, you're a man. And every act like that from the, ones that get reported on, like J.K. Rowling and the UK Supreme Court, I've never seen people struggle so hard with reality before. Men are not women. You have had 15 years unfettered pushback because you started out very cunningly capturing the words with no debate. Well, fuck your pronouns. I'm going to have to retire this one. I think it's got a couple of bleach stains. I mean, I'm going to wear it. It hasn't got any holes in. But yes, I'll be updating because, fuck your pronouns. I do not have to believe what is essentially your own personal fantasy about how you see yourself.
Yeah.
How I see you's up to me, and I don't have to fucking believe, bro. Not at all. What you do, and these are the sticking points that are for me. These are the sticking points in language, in law, and health. Oh, hi, Sarah. So those are the three really big places: language, law, and health. I don't care if you dress up and if your workplace accepts you. You still have to use the men's if you're a man. We have got a hard road ahead of us, so I'm glad we got some wins, as you say, Karen. The midwives were forced to go back to consult with us now once it was found that they'd removed the word woman and baby because whānau have babies. No, they don't. Identities don't have babies or play sport either. It's our sexed living reality that is our body.
Absolutely.
And, so, oh, hi, Swiss Miss. Long time no see. Hello, everyone. It is Thank a TERF Day 2025 in honour of Jacqueline Burns. She's up there. Point your screen up a bit, please, my friend, because she's up there on your wall.
Wait.
Ta-da! There she is. The two early front runners there's JK and Mags. So it's an honour because it's her birthday today.
And I've got behind me down here, I've got Sal Grove on the go, but she's been on the go for a while because I haven't had a chance. But I'm going to put some more up there. We are going to put some more. But I want to say a bit of a thank you to, the posters out there too, the people who share and repost and that type of thing, because there's always someone that comes in new and there's a new bit of information. So, thanks to those girls. I want to say thanks to the girls here that did the old TERF Talk Down Under, because if we didn't come across the Angie and Stagias in the early when they first started, we would have thought we were in the wilderness alone here in Australia. So, big thanks to the TERF Talk Down Under girls. Big thanks to the Edie Whites. She gets the message out there. She's a God loving girl, and she gets breaks through with the community that she's got there. So we're getting it out there. The words are getting it out. The posters, the letter writers, every single little bit. The stickers, the ladies who do the stickers, who we don't even know who they are. Big thanks to
Yes,
those women. Hey, you know, I say
yes.
big thanks to the warriors, the witches, and the wicked women wherever we lay.
Yes. Amen. I so believe that's right. Every little bit helps. And the women who post online memes, the meme game, I mean, we are fighting $1 trillion industry. $1 trillion, you can make a million, up north of a million off one body. Okay, so that's why they want the children. Lifelong patient model is a real money spinner. But the thing is yeah, it takes everything, and we're fighting this $1 trillion industry with fucking t-shirts and memes, and they nearly put satire out for the count. But I'm glad to see that we're bringing tranny back, and these wonderful women and men. Glenna, he's facing some trouble from fucking David Paisley now. He's scared of ribbons. David Paisley is the gay man that finds ribbons frightening. And I'm like, are you really gay? So,
Maybe they're not sparkly enough.
yeah, he finds ribbons. He finds ribbons scary. Are you gay? Where's your gay card? Bless you, Glenna, and I hope you do well. So, yes, and just a quick update. I've spoken to my lawyer. He looks 12, but is a very competent young man. It's because I'm an old bag. I didn't correctly sex. I think I correctly sexed him there. It's not a hate crime yet. But yes, happy international. We're going to take it international. This is our third year of doing it. We wanted a way to honour Magdalene Burns at MWK. And so I do my own little thing because I'm, like I say, I'm the blurb at the front of the book, and then MWK is the receipts. There, Sarah and Di whip up a storm. Karen, Karina, you fucking wonderful girls. Michelle Uriro is the other rangatira from Manawahine Kōrero, and she's also the co-founder of Women's Action Group in Australia. And
Yep.
now the blueprint has been set, thank you to Michelle. Her persistence. She went, and I watched every minute of every time she went out and organised with Women's Action Group to go and speak and film it and go live and show us. And the conditions were fucking appalling. And we saw that with Posey and Albert Park. We've had the police whitewash saying, oh, and that sounds like their report, because there was a tranny dick jammed down their throat. So we can't actually hear what the report really said. Not really. They were too busy just going, oh, yes, lessons were learned, mistakes were made. We'll do that where you're not watching next time. And some of the people online, like Keep Prison Single Sex, they've stopped, I think, but their valuable work is, the internet's forever. And yes, thank you to it is that I've said transgender trend, but here's some imaginary friends I think of them as, and they're the woman online, souvenir, obstreperous female. I've met you though, darling. I have met you, but I see you online more often than I see you in life. Billy Bragg, because every
Yes.
time I think of Billy Bragg,
Yeah.
I just think of that beautiful woman, Serena Patrick, with the kick-ass hair. Cajun's cat, Carol Hamilton. All the people, Andrew and Annie O'Brien. But I treated Jenny Watson and Speak Up for Women here in New Zealand. Well done, because they have got some prison stats finally out of our Department of Corrections. So yay.
That's
Yes,
huge.
so, and we thought, yeah, we'll find a day, which today is Mag's birthday, and honour the women and men that we like. Hey, all you 13, look at that, we've got a coven. But I listened to Mama Yamachi and Sharon Davies today on the BBC. If you find the link, it's on X, it's doing the rounds. And this is why the BBC Women's Hour do not want Sharon Davies or Mama Yamuchi, the runner, distance runner, on. It starts at about 26 minutes. And I felt so bucked up today after listening to it. I got the strength of 20 kittens. And Murapara Maggie, Emily Steele, You know, women who've held the line and found out, sadly, the hard way. Oh, and hello to any hate watchers as well. No fucks given. You will never be a woman if you were born XY. Cope, see, dilate. Ah, yes. And Posy Parker. Thank you, Posy. Yes. Hey, love to all our TERFs today, even the ones that you don't like, you know. And
That's right.
Julie Bindle, because these women and men, but because the women get the platform, like you say, I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like you. But Helen Joyce will reach people I never will.
That's right.
Kathleen Stock, you know, will reach people I won't. And that's okay.
We'll
You
get
know?
this sorted out. We'll get back to
Yep.
disagreeing on those other things later, but we'll get this
Yeah.
sorted out first.
That's right. I did give my lawyer some homework though, because he didn't know who John Money was. And he said, oh, academics say, I says, I'll stop you right there. I was like, I'll just stop you right there because
Hmm.
I'm not interested in anything an academic has to say if it's not someone like Kathleen Stock. Because most of them have their head up their ass and just go, men, oh no, they're not men. Calling a trans woman a man is so cruel. You know, like reality is cruel if you're not
Absolutely.
well. If you're mentally ill, of course it's fucking cruel. And all of us, there's women who've lost so much, and men, but women who have lost so much. They've lost their jobs, their livelihoods, their standing. There are women who aren't, you know, we've had so many venues cancel, and we've got fuckers who are gonna say, nah, we're not gonna listen to the Supreme Court ruling. I really hope JK has money put aside so she can help people sue the fuckers into oblivion. You know, if she could, or
Absolutely.
crowdfund, because I would, you know, I've only got $5-10 a week spare, but I would give it every week to a cause of those people. You know, the people who are fighting for their livelihoods, trying to teach children. You
Yeah,
know, trying to teach children the truth that their bodies are wonderful things and there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. You're exactly who your ancestors called for. I'm exactly who my ancestors are called for. I'm sure they got the order a little muddled. Just got one or two more attributes, maybe. I don't know. But a
exactly. Yeah.
little bit more. I'd rather be more than not so much. But
Like with
everybody,
the Green T-Rex, I don't get it. I've never understood it. They lost a lot of places, and I'm glad they did because, like I've said to a Greens guy, that Greens volunteer, that guy, and made him cry. I said to him, "You can't be for this. You cannot be for this trans ideology and the environment at the same time. When you're making lifelong patients that are on these synthetic hormones and the surgeries, they're cocking up mileage to get there. There's so much environmental waste comes from a hospital. You cannot be for both. You cannot stand as a political party to be for both that and that. It does not make any sense at all. So thanks, big thanks to every single woman who put Greens last on their ballot sheet on the weekend. Thank you to those guys too.
yes. So I saw that. I'm so sad. It just seems that Libre have got in, and oh yes, yes. Be kind. Yes, you're right. Swiss Miss saying, you know, there's a reason they chose "be kind" as a true mantra. Why should we be kind when they treat us like crap? Our safety that was completely ignorable, and that's a point made when this BBC interviewer is very softly, and how do you think the transgender women feel about being excluded? She went, how do I feel about men being excluded? See, there you go, asking me about them. I'm not interested in how they feel. I'm interested in how women feel, how girls feel, having to get dressed next and undressed next to a fucking total strange man. He's a stranger. And then when they go, wow, you know, your toilets at home are gender neutral. No, they're single use. And no, I don't allow transvestite men into my house to use my fucking toilet. This is all about pissing and dominance and being the boss. That's all this toilet thing is. And this whole be kind. I just say kind of what?
Kind of what?
Yeah, be kind. Kind of what? I don't know. It's the misuse of words, pressing them into service and saying they mean something else. How ridiculous.
Well, I'm
How
kind of salty.
yeah. Yeah, I'm saltier than Lot's wife, so fuck. Don't worry about that. Poor them. So, let me see. I've just taken it's full screen for me. I'm just seeing, we're 25 minutes in. We've thanked quite a few women. The women boxers at the Olympics, just shameful time in our history. And not just the runners and the African men with DSDs across Africa who have been scouted and sought for this to be able to cheat, you know.
Absolutely.
And the woman
Absolutely.
who has been fighting, whether that's with your pen or with your mouth or protesting, going to let women speak events, holding your own event. There was one woman who was in a walker with her sign, and I saw a few trees. She went out and just under the Supreme Court ruling, just went, a woman is
Yep.
an adult human female, and I went, oh, what a loser, one TERF in the town, and it's like, you've had 15 years, trannies, 15 fucking years of a free run at this, right? 15 years, and
Easily.
we've only just started to wake up. It does remind me, and I've said it before, but I will again, is it does remind me a little bit like Japan in the war when they bombed Pearl Harbor. They were at the height of their power, right? They were at the very height of their military power, and hey, look at us, so take that, hey, right? And then America woke up, and that was the end of that. It was joined in earnest. They were making hundreds of warships, like
Mm.
battleships, proper full battle carry plane battleships every year once they joined. And it was as if, and I'm not, a war historian or saying, but it is a war, and we haven't even begun to wake up yet.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We've only just started to wake up. People are truly, because I'm seeing shit from 8 years ago, and I'm like, fuck off, shut up. I know, like Kevin Jibes with his cat of a skin in his rock pocket. I mean, like people are, I'm like, that was 2-3 years ago. Yes, cheese and onions, and a big shout out to the ladies, the not men swimming in the Hampstead pools, in the
Yes.
men's pools, and they're singing, "If a person has a penis, he's a man." I couldn't love them anymore.
That was fantastic. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
they're going in, and they were there. Isn't it funny? They can keep women out of the cock places.
Yep. Yep.
It's almost as if they know who the women are. But some of the men have actually got very brave and let them in because you're denying their gender identity. And how can you deny my gender identity? See, I could be a man at any time. In fact, most people think I am. And if I'm not a
With a name
man, I'm a
like
man.
Rex.
Well, my name is Rex. You know. So yes, that really was fucking great. Hey, the ladies at the pool. They remind me, and I haven't seen it again, and I keep saying it, but please, Turvin. Oh, and Die Screaming Man Slap, my mate Lou, bless you, darling, and Sammy, Ecuadorian mum, all the people, kind, keeping up with insufferable narcissist demands. That could be kowtowing to insufferable narcissist demands, exactly, and it's exactly that. Fucking keeping up with them. Yes, that's right. Yeah, there's no third option. They don't get their validation if they go to a third space. But the Keep Prison Single Sex, they had a meeting in London, and it was drowned out. The trannies were outside, really loud and aggressive, and there was women standing there, and this really big guy. He looked like Chris Hemsworth had been rolled together with two other people. He was enormous, and he was a bit of a potato with an equator. But he was right in this warden's face, a steward's face, so, in a megaphone, just going, "Shut up, you fucking cunt," right? Screaming in her face.
Like you do.
Because, as you do, she wasn't saying anything. She was playing the grey rock game, and she just stood there. And then I saw two, three other marshals just come up and stand with her. They just stood with her, and they just quietly stood there while he was screaming through the megaphone, "You fucking," you know, and it was the most amazing thing I've seen. That was like 5 years ago, maybe 4, 5 years ago. Those women, then they just stood there and you know, and that was the same night that there were two transvestite men, and one was a black man, and the other was, I don't know, maybe Caucasian, Spanish, perhaps Italian, but he had massive hands, like that brotherly love, Kenny Everett, fucking blah, and they were saying, "You scared of us? You scared of us because your husbands are sleeping with us. They want us." And there's this woman's laugh, and it was just a
Perfect.
absolute perfection. And then the other one with the big shovels just goes, "Listen to me," and he's got giant hands, you know, like they're this big. And he's over here, but then I know I laughed till I cried when I saw it. I wish I'd bookmarked it because it was absolutely one of the funniest things. Because this relies on our compliance and our silence,
Absolutely, it does.
and that's why I'm so
If you
loud.
don't
That's
say
why
no,
people
that's a
leave.
big. They take it as a big fat yes. Listen to them every single time. Every single time. Nobody challenged me in the toilets. Everybody accepts me because that's the way it rolls. If you don't actively say fuck off, no, you should not be here. They will take that as. I mean, look, they're gonna get stiff regardless. They're gonna get stiff if they make you feel uncomfortable and you don't say anything. They're gonna get stiff if you say something. So the stiffness is gonna happen, unfortunately, because what's that term? Fetish mining. Genevieve Glock term that fetish mining. They're
It is
fetish
mine.
mining. Yeah. So they're fetish mining. They're gonna get hard. Sorry about that. It wasn't your consent, but you might as well say something because they're going to be fetish mining. Say something and get the fuck out of there.
Mm, that's right. That's right. I'm just going to try something. I hope I don't cut us off.
Let's try it. What are you doing?
Oh, da, 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 da. No, that's not it.
I'm ready.
Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, I wonder if I could. Yeah, this. Here we go. I'll see if that. Oh, here we are. These are the disorders that were taken away and moved to a different part in the diagnostic manual of mental disorders. And they were relabeled, it was relabeled dysphoria, which is a bad mood, as opposed to disorder. See the word disorder. And these are the ones that were moved away. And they're all, involuntary. You know what I mean? We don't consent to participate. So feel
That's
free to
right.
screenshot that, people, because I send that to them and I ask trannies on X, how many of these do you have? Because one is too many,
Exactly.
And the minute you've sniffed your sister's or your mother's underwear or tried them on, that's told me that you're not right in the head.
Yep.
It hasn't told me that you're secretly a lady woman, because men don't sniff their sister's underwear. The men I know don't. They don't try it on. They don't do that with their mother's underwear either, because, they're not fucking porn addled fetishistic bastards.
Exactly.
So, we don't consent to that. So no thank you to you and your fucking ugly fetishes. Because no, not interested. Thanks very much.
Yeah. I read this wild thing. It was this guy talking to another guy next. One guy was gay, one guy wasn't. And the gay guy actually said, universal consent. There is no universal consent. There is no. I'm like, what the fuck am I reading here? Too much internet for today. But there is no universal consent. One person cannot consent for another. It cannot be transferred. It can. I cannot take consent and get. This guy can come in the bathroom because I'm okay with it. He's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. Yeah, he's wearing a dress. He can come in because he's a girly guy. He's a girly. I'm letting my girly guy friend in. You know what I mean? I can't consent. I can't consent. So I was thinking now, after all these years, it really does come down to two rules, doesn't it? In this whole thing, one, men don't get to tell women what a woman is because they have no fucking idea. No man on this planet gets to say what a woman is other than an adult human female because they haven't got because they are an adult human male. They're the opposite side of the fucking coin. Human is the coin. You know, women are the heads. They're the fucking tails. You can't be a head. You can't be a head, guys. Sorry, in the twink. You know, down you go down to the old fellas and they're playing two up. You can't all of a sudden identify a head as a tail. You cannot do that. So therefore, one, men don't get to say what a woman is, and two, no human gets to consent on behalf of another human, and that's women as well. Well, women don't get to bring their fucking girly friend in because they don't get to consent on behalf of other women. So all your actresses from all these shows and all this other crap, can just shut the fuck up because there's no point where the magic occurs where a human changes sex. That's never been expressed.
No,
Where
exactly.
is the point? Where is the 0 point that a man becomes a woman or a woman becomes a man? Please tell me exactly what point.
Yeah, and it is not women and some men or women and your friend. No pet fucking troons, Holly Lawford come. Right? No pet troons. I'm not interested in their story. All these fucking women that are interviewing TERFs, no, go troons. Go away. They are the problem. The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. And this is the thing. It's not okay. You can't consent for us. You can't give our consent as other women who are quite happy. I'm quite happy to have a really nervous piss next to a giant man. Our rights aren't yours to give away, as a class, I should say. There's no universal consent. Just, well, why don't you give them your address and have them come round to your house every time they need to take a piss? And they could be validated then because they know there's a woman that's uncomfortable.
Winning.
Winning. And she's validated because she's doing her good deed for the truths.
Yeah.
And it doesn't involve any other woman or girl. And people saying that little girls need to, sort this and just get comfortable with this man in their space, they absolutely need their heads read. I have nothing for them. What about that Edna Mode fella, that Edna Mold woman with the great big ugly glasses? She went on trigonometry, and it's like, thank you for your service, you dumb cunt. That's all. Not interested in your take. How much money have you taken? How much money have you taken? Martina, Coach Blade, thank you to both of you too, as well as Sharon Davies and all the sportswomen.
Yes, absolutely.
Christina Goiki, does anybody know what happened to her, where she is? I'd love to. And, she had a cool little YouTube going. But, this is the reality. People come and go because this takes its toll.
You got to tap out sometimes. You do.
It's a marathon. As in come and go, like refresh themselves, not dip out of a fight. They come and go because you do need to get away from the abyss and look after yourselves and take those breaks and do the things you enjoy doing because you've got to remember what we're fighting for, not just reality. But no man can define what a woman is, as you say, Stone.
Big thanks to all the moderators out there. all the
Yeah.
moderators to all the YouTube channels and the lives. The the Band United. Big thanks to the Band United. She's a legend. Thanks to my
Yes.
moderators, yourself.
Yep.
Hey, hey, yeah.
That's it. I know.
You'll
Look at
see.
that. Right.
Yourself,
Yes.
Rex
This.
SBF555, who does moderation over on my
Yep.
little channel.
Yes.
Thank you, you wonderful terps. Thank
Yep.
you to the
Karen
moderators.
Davis. Karen Davis. You don't have to like them. Like I say, I mean, I've shout out to women who I don't much care for, and they can't stand me. That's all right. I'm not here to make friends. I've made some of the best friends I'll ever know and have, thanks to this.
Absolutely.
However, that wasn't my aim. My aim was to stop the building blocks of reality being reshaped before our very eyes. So they've had 15 fucking years, girls. 15. And now it's our turn. And the Supreme Court has just said, yeah, what you got? Show me what you got. Fucking. So, yes,
The good
let's make
thing
women female
is one of
again.
my manky hair ties, but the good thing about things that have a lot of stress and pressure on it, when they do go, they
They
start
go.
to go. And I think that's what we've got with this
Well,
UK decision.
yes,
I
the
think
decision.
we've had that
Yeah.
it's been pulling back, it's been turning around the corner, and I think that the head's finally come around of the mammoth is turned, and I think we're going to see a few things change. Hopefully, that's my bet. I'm being optimistic. I'm being optimistic as much.
Yes, I am optimistic, but it's battle has been joined. Okay, that's what's happened. A lot of people who are maybe only not only but been at it a couple of years think, oh, this is the end, the only end, my friend. It's not. It's the beginning of the end.
Absolutely.
That's where we're at, and battle has been joined, and now come the lawsuits. There's going to be lawsuits. The Football Association has folded. The cricket is still holding out. They've got this, a really super hard ball, a willow bat, and men playing with the women. Fuck off. It's like now reality's going to have a turn, but we are going to have to, you know, legislate, go the legal way, the way they did when they trod the corridors of power with the Denton's document and fucking got all this shit installed by stealth, or didn't listen to the people. Like here, we've got tell lies on your birth certificate. Here, we've got an idiot from the ACT Party minister who allows you to tell lies on your birth certificate and have two mothers and two fathers. It's a fucking
Yep.
lie. Stop this. This is wrong. These are historic records. These are fixed points in time. Like I say, the
Absolutely.
building blocks of reality are being reshaped before our very eyes, and we
Yep.
must stop because the words are the whole game. It's the
Yep.
war of the words. They are the whole game because words shape reality.
That's right.
You are what you think as well. You keep thinking a certain thing, it tends to come true.
Well, that's
Because
exactly right. I mean,
give out what you want.
we're in a bit of sticky situation here because Julia Gillard changed the amendments from sex to gender. Just swapped one out for the other. You'd be good, mate. No one will fucking notice. She's right. She'll be good.
2013. 2013. So that's
Yep.
12 years these men have actually had the right. But the only people that need to legally know that they're women are men. And there's trannies that go around going, I've got a piece of paper, and nothing you can do can stop that being the fucking truth, right? And it's like, well, the Supreme Court said no.
It's
In New
moral
Zealand,
relativism, isn't it? They just
in New Zealand,
decide.
the Law Commission are desperate to have gender protected as a characteristic, and the only way at the moment it can be protected, there was an opinion they wrote, is because it's a disability, because you're mentally fucking ill. It's Schrodinger's mental illness. This is
Yeah.
this is Schrodinger's fucking mental illness. because you're not a mental illness, and you've got to have this mutilating surgery and this bone destroying and life destroying, health destroying drugs and hormones, bigot, right? And then on the other hand, it's meant to be this life saving, but it's really just fucking. It's
But
butchery.
if you don't give it to them, they could top
Yeah,
themselves off at any moment.
yeah,
Like
any
bam,
moment.
kapow.
42%, they say. 42%. We'd be have piles and piles of unlifed people if that were the case. And
It's like they spontaneously combust or something
yeah, it's
if they don't
literal
get it.
violence. Sorry, I lost my thread there, but the legal men, like that can be taken away. You can have a fiction. It's like laws don't make things right. There's good laws and there's bad laws. Martin Luther King, it is incumbent upon us to disobey the unjust ones. Slavery was legal. Beating your wife was legal. Couldn't even get a fucking bank account without a penis in tow. Having your fucking owner come
Yeah,
and say, yeah, she can have a bank account. Hello.
I
You
trust her with
know,
me money. It's all good.
yeah, she's all right. She's a good bitch. So it wasn't that long ago we were people, and you know, men come along and say, I'm a woman too, and then all the establishment goes, yes, yes, yes. But you notice that their primogeniture, which is birthright, it doesn't change the fact that Lord Smithington fucking do toffee nose. If that's a woman with no tits, she can't inherit the Lord Smithing do toffee nose.
Right,
But a
right.
man in a dress will, obviously, and he can go to the club.
Crazy, hey.
So we all know who the women are. And thank you to all the TERFs, even if you don't know you're a TERF.
Secret
My,
tips.
my butcher's wife, she went, I must be a TERF then. But she noted that the women who instantly understand this, she says, we've been put at risk by men before. That there has been something, big or small, you know. Daz just says, I watched a video this AM. A man was talking about being a pissy pants now. But it's not a fetish. It's
Nah, not at all.
not a fetish. Oh, whoopsie, there we go. Yeah, his term is the price of admission to womanhood. Well, we're not characteristics. Women are a living, breathing reality.
Yeah. It's time for the cosplayers to go back to the Comic Cons. It's time for the fetish is to go back to their fat clubs. Because I don't know about you, Rex. I didn't buy a ticket in any of this shit. Not a
No, mate, this
fucking
is not
ticket.
my movie. Not
No.
my circus. You fucking sex clowns. Fuck off back to the fet clubs. Get back into the closet, you fucking transvestite panty sniffers.
Don't
You're a
bring all yourself to
degenerate
work.
pervert. No, learn some emotional regulation, and no is a complete answer. And sexing you is not a hate crime. Just telling you you're a man is not a hate crime. People have equated, I am vicious and vituperative. That's a good word. And I am deliberately rude and scornful and mocking because there's nothing to respect about this. There is plenty to respect about the women at all the grassroots organisations or who aren't even in. There's Parents Against Gender Education here. Um, I was going to say Fleur's group, but it's Fern. Sorry. Resist Gender Education. But at that level, even if you're just on Facebook and have a support group, good on you, because the
Yes.
information needs to be got out there, and people will reach people I never will because I'm a bastard, and that's all right. I'd rather stand outside in one way, because then I can just lob those grenades of truth in and just go have some of that, right?
Oh, I'd love to add Lesbian Alliance on Facebook. She's a
Yep.
top turf, that woman, hey. She's
Yeah.
been around for quite a bit. She had a lovely luncheon with her. love to say big thanks to her, you know.
Yeah,
Thank
lovely.
you.
And the women who
Yeah.
run spaces, and the people who are new, old, come along, because
Jeanette,
I'm not,
Diamond TERF, she's a bloody top
yes,
TERF too.
yeah, Diamond, Turf, just all the women that show up every day and show the same thing every day of no, we do not consent. We do not. Oh, thanks. Yeah. See, you put good in front of bastard in New Zealand, and it's a compliment. I'm a
That's
good
right.
bastard. See, so that's right. It's all relative, but there are people, who are reaching people that I never will. There's people with proper lived experience, if you pardon the term. Like Karen has challenged her school board. Karen Hall here, she's challenged her school board. We've done lots of protests, and now we're a little bit old and broken. But watch this space. Never say die, unless it's die. Come with me. We're getting up early, but and my sister Philippa and Di, without them, just always, whether they win, lose, or draw, agree or disagree, they have my back, and I got yours too. It's just, and Chev, oh, Chev, you're here now. Thank you. The t-shirt lady, Chev. Whoop, whoop. Thank you. She prints our stuff and dreams big turf dreams herself. I know. I'm the turfinator, turf jester. And thank you, all of you, because this comes at great personal cost for some people. Who's the wee girl in Australia who can't move her arm now? She got picked up and thrown on the floor by a transvestite man pig, and now she's disabled. But be kind, because they just want to piss. So
The
you
young
don't
girl at Kelly
clap.
J. King that got wiped out, knocked unconscious at the Melbourne Kelly J. King.
Yes. That's right. All the women that went and were so hopeful. So hopeful, just to be able to say, gosh, isn't the creeping erasure of our rights bad? Steady on. And yeah, we're very lucky here. We do have one political party stepping up and fighting woke and fighting the LGBTQI LMNOP, because LMNOP, that's what they're trying to introduce. We've got our own shit eater here, but we're not here to talk about him. But there are many people who are, and another man that popped in, Colin Wright and Andrew Doyle and blah. They reach people I won't. The trigger boys who keep calling trannies she, her, but they'll reach people I won't. Um, oh, thanks, May. But it's like we've always got to say what we see, and I see wonderful women standing up all day, every day, for women and girls, for our safety, for our privacy, for our dignity and our rights. That's just fucking amazing that women are willing to give up everything to men just for some fucking head pats. Not just some head pats, but Chev will print any design for us, and she dreams up big turfy dreams herself too. So, all the women. Ally Reality on X. She's an Aussie girl, sent me a whole heap of stickers, and when I find that envelope again, I'm going to send you a little something, something. But yes, it's Turf Day, all right. Thank you, Turf Day. We're nearly at an hour. I'm just enjoying having a chat. Always love chatting with you, Stone. But we're here if there's anyone you want to drop in the comments. But there's, Cara Dansky, and what's her name? Abigail Schreier.
Yes.
Colin Wright, the old biology man, he's going out with old Christina Buttons. I find her a bit problematic. She's not on my thank list, but I'll write with his biology. And Wesley. Who's the fellow Wesley? There's Wesley Yang, but there's Zach. This fella Zach, he's a evolutionary biologist, I think, or microbiologist. He's a biology whiz, and he handed someone their ass on X, but he's got all these really cool videos about biology and evolution and zygotes and gametes and X and Y and how they never the twain, all that. I feel like I've got a degree already just watching his stuff. It's top notch. It really is top notch. But yes,
I
yes,
want
we
to
need.
thank give Melissa Cohen a thank. She's
Yes,
good. She's over there in LA. She's went to the fencing and called out all the fencing shenanigans. So
yes,
much love for Melissa Collins over there. She's also got a fabulous sense of style. That woman, I can tell you, she can print clash like the best.
yeah, chair. Oh, yes, yes. There's places where it's really not safe to be a turf. I'm not sure if New Zealand's safe. It feels pretty safe. Touch wood. So far, so good. I wear my fuck your pronouns out. Yes, yes. We've got people here in the media and in Parliament who are abusing their children with sterility drugs to stunt their growth. They are not puberty blockers, they're cancer drugs, and they're being prescribed off label to children. And the thing is, it's a chemical lobotomy. It stunts not just their sexual reproductive organs, it stunts every aspect of their body. Their
The
bones are
whole stuff.
brittle, everything's fucked. We are a high performance machine. We are not meant to be bathed in the hormones of the wrong sex. We're just not. Precision instruments, everything runs on these hormones. And no wonder they're angry. No wonder they're fucked in the head. They are mentally ill. And then they're being given great doses. And these are children. They will never rise above. They're arrested at 10, 11, 12, 13. Chemical lobotomy. And then they're saving their eggs. How do you know to save their eggs? How do you know to save their sperm? Why? So every doctor facilitating this needs to go to Nuremberg. That would be my
Absolutely.
fondest.
Yep.
I'd prefer that, but if not a jail cell, they all need it. There's some troon today crying about his imaginary cunt because it's weeping, rotten, and infected, and does have no depth. And it's Kathy Rumer was his doctor, Rumer. She's a butcher. Absolute fucking butcher. I've been reading about Dr. Rumer for about 5 or 6 years. And one of my Thank a Turf Days shout outs goes to Kiwi Farms. Love them, hate them, I don't give a fuck, but they have every receipt of every transvestite that ever moved. That is of any interest.
Hey, they're on X now too.
Who's that?
Kiwi Farms are on X now too.
Yes, they are. Kiwi Farms are on X. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand they share. And yes, I felt very blessed that Mr. Menno shouted out the coat, seethe and dilate because I said that on Karen Davis when I was talked with Karen a few years ago, and 2, 3 years ago, something. Anyway, and I said coat, seethe and dilate, and he put it in the comments. I was, oh, bless. And I've been very lucky. I was in Mr. Menno's Christmas video, you know. Yes, it's a very troubling medical cult that we're fighting. And I love Mr. Menno's videos. He's so damn funny and he's got lovely, great production values. I'm such a rangy. I'll fucking.
They're great. They really
I'm
are.
bloody shocking, but he's so good. And I might just see if I can find one of the. Oh, no, look, see. I went and did that and shared a picture and then I'm trying to do that again. No, do you think? Oh, here we are. Let's see.
Do you want to share a video?
No, I've got a little slide, just a little slide there. Remove. Let's see. Can you see that? That's one of the um, little graphics that was made. Had them made. Turfy lady. And then stole our idea and didn't say. the Manawahine kōrero idea, didn't say who it was. As you do, there's a lot of that.
That's a great
It's
image.
actually really annoying, when people take your work and don't credit you. And all it is to say, so and so said that, or that's from Stone the Crone, or blah said that. Like, sis my ass. First time I saw that, Landy wrote it in chalk in 2022, maybe, something like that. One of our chalking that we didn't, obviously didn't do because it's against the law, but, you know. Oh, that's right. That's true. Um, yes, that's right, Katrina. How do they know to save the eggs and the sperm? How do they know? And how do they know that those children are going to be sterile and need that? And here's where surrogacy segues in. Surrogacy is just child trafficking. I don't care about your desire for a baby. Having a baby is not a human right. That's the end of that. Um, Yes, Katie Faust. That's right, Di. Most babies, eggs and sperm and embryo that go into freezers never come out. It really makes you wonder. They never come out. So this is an hour already, team, and I'm going to let you get on with your day. But thank you so much for joining us on our third. Thank you to Manawahine Kōrero for thinking of it. Our third a TERF Day. We'd like it to go global. Share with your friends, even just share online that it's Thank a TERF Day. Who are the women who held the line? Who are the women who made you laugh, made you cry,
Yeah. Give
made
them
you
a little
glad?
bit of a
Yep.
at and share the love.
Hashtag it, and Sandy Peggy, the Darlington nurses, and Jennifer Mille. Thank you so much. And, I'll just say a couple of words about the trannies because it's ever so funny watching the fucking crywankers who've missed the boat, like Big Tim McBride. He thought he'd go hail the conquering hero as he fucking walked into Congress. Everyone's get the fuck out. Nancy Mason, your tranny. Thank you. And thank you, darlings. Thank you for joining me, Stone. And look at me, and you, Chev. Thank you for your work for us. And yes, everybody, thank you, Dean. I caught you before. Hello, welcome, and thanks for coming and listening. But we will never stop. This is the hill. This is the hill. That's a great hashtag there, Di. This is definitely the hill.
Yes.
And I will never, ever collude in my own erasure or yours.
Never
So,
surrender, as Rex says.
hey, what's
Never
there?
surrender.
Yes. Mind you, it's that fella off Galaxy Quest too, I found out. Do you remember Galaxy Quest, that spoof where the TV crew, like a Star Trek, are like Galaxy program, they're kidnapped by some aliens because they've been watching their show and they think it's real? We're not like that. That's actually what trannies are like. It cracked me up when I found out. But yes, thank you. Happy Thank a TERF Day. Mwah. Never surrender. Bye.
Later.
Chair. There we go. All right. Oh. Oosh.